Sup, you Damn for Shit, vlogging's gonna be difficult. Oh god. So what's up? I don't vlog like ever. I clearly don't know how to vlog. But I felt like this would be a prudent discussion to have, especially to animators. If you're already a subscriber to this channel, you should know who I am. I am Adam. I'm an animator, writer, author, writer, the same thing, kind of, sort of. Off to a great start, that's for sure. I'm mainly an animator on YouTube. I use YouTube to post my animations and see where things go. So I guess the obvious main topic going on right now is how YouTube is killing small channels and killing animators. So the question is that a real thing? Is that truly going on? What's the deal? The short answer is no, they're not killing anything. Yeah. I know a lot of people are angry. I was angry too initially at first. But they're not really killing anyone. Not anymore anyway. They killed animators like in 2014. That's a different topic, and I'll touch on that in a bit. So what happened? Let's just go over it, you know? All right, here we go. So under the new eligibility requirements, announced that your YouTube channel, insert, is no longer eligible for monetization because it doesn't meet the new threshold of 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. As a result, your channel will lose access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube Partner Program on February 20th, 2018, unless you surpass this threshold in the next 30 days. Accordingly, this email serves as 30 days notice that your YouTube Partner Program terms are terminated. Such wonderful language that is just so appealing and soothing to the people getting this email. One of YouTube's core values is to provide anyone the opportunity to earn money from a thriving channel. Creators who haven't yet reached this new threshold can continue to benefit from our Creator Academy or our Help Center and all the resources on the creator site to grow their channels. Once your channel reaches the new threshold, it will be reviewed to make sure it adheres to our policies and guidelines, and if so, monetization will be re-enabled. Wow. So what does that mean? Basically means you're not making money and you lost your chances of making money for a while. So do I agree with it? Kind of. Like, initially, I was as angry as the rest of you. I was really annoyed by this. But when you really look into it, it's not what everyone thought it was about. Everyone thought it was about, oh, no, it's because of certain YouTuber did some messed up stuff and screwed it over for the rest of us. No, that's not what it's about. This has actually been growing, apparently, for a while now, basically because of re-uploaders, duplicate accounts, and then the whole YouTube Kids app thing, where kids were stumbling onto videos they shouldn't have been stumbling onto. So that's why this happened. So, like, my initial rage towards this wasn't necessarily about making money, because I'm an animator, and I'm not making money. No, animators are not going to make money on YouTube. So I'm not making money, so that wasn't my concern. What was my biggest concern was, okay, well, there are features that come with being monetized and being part of the program. So does that mean we're going to lose those incentives, those features that will help channels grow? And I feel like it's not being talked about a lot. Like, I've seen a lot of bigger channels on YouTube, on Twitter, basically condemning and mocking the smaller channels that are being angry and saying, oh, well, you're lazy and you're entitled. It's a little more about the money. The money was not the only concern or not the only issue. So it was really disheartening to see bigger channels talking down to the little guys. It was just, and missing the point completely. Like, the main issue was, okay, well, are small channels gonna be able to upload videos longer than 15 minutes? Are they gonna be able to live stream? Are they gonna still be able to make custom thumbnails to make their videos pop out a bit more on, you know, feeds and recommended? Are they going to lose end cards or annotations or whatever? Just a whole bunch of things that are meant to help channels grow and get their videos seen. Were people going to lose them? That was the biggest real issue when it came to the this new threshold. It wasn't necessarily about money. Now, of course, there are people complaining about, oh, well, I'm not making money. And let's be honest here. If you're not making, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and you're not making that 4,000 hours threshold, you aren't making money anyway. So it's really not that big of a deal. You're not losing anything. It's just, it should be more incentive to increase your channel. Here's where the problem in that is. It depends on the type of channel you have and what your goals are. Animators, like I've said, you're not making money on YouTube. What I'm saying is, animators, this is specifically to you guys. I am one of you. We are not welcome on YouTube in terms of viability and making income. It's just not happening. YouTube is doesn't make profit. It's not a business company that makes profit. This platform doesn't work. That's why no real competitors have come out, because they just can't make it work. So I've been saying this lately. There's a difference between creators having a YouTube channel and being a YouTuber. Animators are not YouTubers. We're creative people who make content that have a YouTube channel. So when someone says, hey, I want to see what you do, you send them to the YouTube channel and they can watch your videos. It's basically a portfolio site and a video hosting site. That's what it is for us. In like 2014, probably even, I forget exactly when they did it, but there was a video going around about it. When they switched from views to watch time, that was pretty much when they stuck the knife in the animator and said, okay, yeah, we're done with you, you're dead. So animators, this is not a viable platform for you. It's not it's just not. I've been here for a while on YouTube. I had a channel before this one that I'm on. But I haven't made money on YouTube. Are you kidding me? I haven't hit the $100, the minimum. So I've not gotten anything from them. I've made more from Patreon in 1 month. In my first month of having a Patreon, I've made more money than I did in years on YouTube. So that's the thing. Animators, what are you doing? We'll get to the animator part in a second, but I do want to go back to, because I meant to point this out. YouTube, the issue is YouTube didn't roll this out very well. They kind of came off like a douche about it. They didn't explain the context. This is the blog. Blah, 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 2017 marked a tough year for many of us, blah, blah, blah. It's not the point. You guys can read it. I'll link it below, but there should be something. Yeah, like they're talking about bad actors and stuff like that. Forgot what the exact word. They also say that 99% of those affected were not making the threshold, which is not wrong. Like, while this change will tackle the potential abuse of a large but disparate group of smaller channels, we also know that the bad action of a single and large channel can also have an impact on the community and how advertisers view YouTube. That's right. It's just completely right. And then this is something else. This is going to go over the frequently asked questions part, where it's going to discuss, the whole features aren't going away thing. YouTube needs to understand that the ones making a mess for their site and for advertisers aren't the small channels, man. They're your poster childs. They're the ones you promote. They're the ones that do all the messed up things and get the most attention. They're the ones that are causing the problem, not the smaller channels. But that's a separate issue. That's not what this one's about. What's important to note here, in their frequently asked questions, features not affected by the YouTube Partner Program eligibility requirements. This is important because this was what a lot of the issue and concerns were that weren't really being talked about. Cards, okay, so we keep them. You won't be able to link to external websites from cards, which is not great, but it's really not the end of the world. Creator Studio, don't need to be a part of the partner program for that. Custom URLs, don't need to be a part of it. So there are other requirements that you must reach, but not the end of the world. Custom thumbnails, don't need to be a part of the partner program, not losing that. End screen, all creators can use end screen. Again, the external website's not going to be a thing. Live streaming, that's fine. Scheduling uploads, that's fine. Analytics are fine. The only thing that's really being affected by this are super chat and sponsorships. Like, how big of a deal is that? So when it comes down to it, it's really not that big of a deal. They're not killing anyone. It's gonna be the same as it was before. So here's who's really hurt. And again, this is going to be strictly to animators. I'm talking to you directly here. YouTube was never a viable platform for us. It just wasn't. It's unfortunate, but it's not. Um, it takes us way too long to make content, and the content we do possibly make isn't long enough for watch time. Me personally, I do long form episodic story content. So my episodes might be like 13-minute minimum. My finale for my first season was 22 minutes. But it takes me a long time to do it. It might take me 3 months to animate it from animatic to cleanup. And then my sound designer will probably take like another month to do the sound design. So it's like 4 months in between an episode to get an episode done. And then there's the actors and getting the cast, recorded, and then doing the sound, all bunch of this stuff. So it takes like 4 months. I'm not uploading frequently. So because of that, I'm not benefiting that much from YouTube. YouTube benefits the people that are able to upload fast and consistently. They want a consistent schedule. They want you to upload multiple times during a week, and cross-pollination sort of thing, collab with other people. Like they say, okay, well, you can go check out our YouTube Creator Academy, and that really doesn't help. I don't think anyone used it. I used it like when it first came out. It's not helpful because it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't help animators. The basic information and like advice they give you all the time is about custom thumbnails, create a schedule, upload more than once a week if you can, find out what's trending, make a video off what's trending. All these real common sense things that don't really help out animators. They had surveys for a while, I know last year, that were asking, creators, what we thought. Here, take the survey. And I took it multiple times. And I would emphasize in the comments about animators and how it's not a welcome site platform for animators. And nothing ever came from it because they don't care. It's not a big deal. So animators, what are you going to do? What do we do? What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Well, no, it's not true. I do know. You build a brand and you try and find a way to make income elsewhere. Trying to rely on a third-party platform for income is not smart, because what if the platform dissolves or goes away, you're effectively screwed. You're not gonna have the income anymore. YouTube's gonna go away eventually. It's not a sustainable platform. It's just not. So you need to be smart, and you need to come up with ways to make money and live outside of this platform. I mentioned that YouTube is basically just a video hosting site for us. A place where we can say, okay, here are our videos. You can go watch them, yay. Or take that video and embed it onto a different site. It is important to make a brand for yourself. Figure out the content you're making and establish an identity. You have to take a risk. And I'm not making a lot off this. I don't expect to make a lot off this or anything. It's supplementary. I enjoy doing it. So animators, what it comes down to is you have to figure out, why are you doing this? Are you doing this strictly to make money, or are you doing this because it's a passion that you like? And if you do it because it's a passion that you like, it's going to grow. It might take a while, but it will grow into something, that will possibly turn into something bigger later on. If you're an animator, I implore you to seek ways to make money off of YouTube, because YouTube is not going to help you. You will never get help from YouTube. Even if you somehow make that past that threshold, you're never going to make the income to make it worth it. This is not a fight worth fighting about. We're going to fight the system and beat the threshold. It's like, it's good to get together and help each other out. And that's a positive thing I'm going to get to next. But you need to understand, this is not a fight worth fighting. This platform is falling. It is not for us. It is mainly for vloggers and people who make like reviews and gameplays and whatnot. And by the way, I just want to point this out. Neither one is better than the other. They're all different forms of content. Animation is just not something YouTube wants to have anything to do with. So stop. Keep trying to build your audience. Losing your monetization is not going to hurt that. It's not, because your features remain. So you can still do all the things you were doing before. You just won't have ads. And that's another good point, actually. A lot of people don't want to deal with ads. And they either use ad blockers, and if they can't use an ad blocker, they just might get tired and like, there's too many ads. I don't want to watch this. So actually, the removing of ads might be more beneficial to you. You might actually have more people staying to watch your content because they're not going to be hindered by ads. That one's hit or miss. Take it as it is. Take it as is. You don't know. We don't know. I will say there was one thing about the rollout that was not good, and that was how they handled the MCNs. Like, I'm part of Channel Frederator, and they did not know about it at all. Like, we got an email, hey, so we basically don't know. Like, yeah, we found out when you guys found out. We really don't know what's going to happen. And what's going on is there has been a little more information. That's why I kind of held off on making a video. You're getting kicked out of your MCN. If you're not past that threshold, come February 20th, you are kicked out of your MCN. And that's all MCNs. And that, I think, is a douche move. Because MCNs are more than like content ID or backing of monetization, and they're also really big networking pools where people are able to come together on community forums that are part of the MCN and collab with each other and maybe grow their audience more and subscriber count. So now you're losing access to that, and I think that's a really douche move. The fact that the MCNs were not, approached beforehand about it, so they had time to like figure out what they were going to do. There was none of that. So we were blindsided. MCNs were blindsided, and I think that was really a douche move on YouTube's part. YouTube has never really been good at communicating and really being clear about the context of whatever they're planning on doing is. That's a problem and very, very unfortunate. So again, to my advice to animators, take advantage of this because it's actually kind of positive, because I've noticed lately, I've had a surge in subscriber increase lately and people finding my content because of this. The one thing that's really cool is I'm seeing a lot of smaller channels finding each other and banding together. I don't think sub for sub is a good idea because that might get viewed as spam, and then YouTube might just like cut that off and penalize you for that, and that's not going to help you. But I do think like hashtags for animators, small to YouTube army, whatever, just finding other people, because people are looking now, and it's really cool. It's everyone's banding together, and I think there's a really big positive in this, and a really big chance of people being able to find a bigger audience at this moment. So even if you get the subscriber count and don't get the watch time, you just got a bigger audience, and it might continue to grow. And like I said, if you do the off-site things like a Patreon, make your own merchandise, have your own site, sell some prints of whatever it is that you're doing, it might grow. You might see cross-pollination from the YouTube people going to Patreon. Like, that's who support me, the people that like my content. And they get certain perks. Like, they might get a commission, or they might get to be a part of a show that I'm doing, or just anything. So it's animators. Stick together, but don't expect YouTube to help you. Don't fight this one. There's no point, because it's not a bad idea for YouTube to increase the threshold to prevent spammers and duplicate accounts and re-uploads from sneaking into the YouTube partner program and taking advantage of that and getting paid for it. So I think it's actually kind of a good thing. It just took a few days for it to sit with me to make sense. That and researching it a little more and understanding, oh, okay, well, we're not losing features. So, oh, that's good. So yeah, it's band together, fight through it, understand why you're doing it. Make sure you're doing it because you like it, because it's a passion, and treat YouTube as what it is for us. We put our videos here and we post them elsewhere. It's just a place to host the videos, because it's not going to help us outside of that. So if you're an animator or anything, throw it on your channel. In this video, I want to find other animators to support and to watch their content, and just anything that could help people feel like they have some support, because you should have some support. It's a really interesting time. But like I said, also, oh right, yeah, almost forgot. Twitch is doing a thing. I think it's I forgot what they're calling, a producer. I think they're calling it. I forget. I'm looking because I don't know what I'm doing. It is called, oh yeah, video producer. Okay. I just forgot. Yeah, so Twitch is starting a thing called video producer, where it's basically, it's like a kidney punch to YouTube. It's so you can upload and premiere pre-made videos, so it's not just streaming stuff. I'm going to be doing it. I highly recommend other people look into it. And now some advice and suggestions for the people that still want to try and make the threshold and views live stream. A few hours of live stream and just a few views will help you skyrocket. If you do it like every day, that'll probably build up your hours pretty fast. But again, that's really it. I don't think this isn't really killing anyone. Animators were killed by YouTube years ago, so that's not different. Smaller YouTube channels, yeah, you have to figure out what you're doing. Like, what is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to be a vlogger? Are you trying to do reviews of something? You also need to understand that the market's kind of saturated for vloggers and like video reviewers and stuff like that. So it's like you have to really establish an identity for yourself. What's going to separate you from everyone else? Animators, what are you doing? Are you doing parody Are you doing parody videos? Are you making original content, original series, episodes, stuff like that? Are you just making shorts? What are you doing? Figure out what it is that you're doing and build an identity and a brand around it. I'm not saying it's going to take off or it'll be successful. Everything's a risk, but it's better than nothing. And even if you get like, if you set up a Patreon and like one person donates, that's still one person you're getting at that end of the month when you haven't gotten anything from YouTube yet. So it's worth checking out. To survive this, it's you have to take things into your own hands. You need to develop some business acumen and figure out how to traverse the social media landscape. It's not easy, but you can do it. Just everyone come together and don't forget to like and subscribe. I have a really sour taste in my mouth from saying that because I swear I would never say that even sarcastically. I'm sorry, that was really bad. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll be live streaming kind of often, animation live streams and stuff like that. So feel free to pop in if you ever want to ask questions. Again, drop your channels in the comments section. I would love to check other people out and find other, content creators, other animators. You never know. You just be aware. This is the time where you have a really good opportunity to increase your fan base and your audience. A lot of people are looking to help small creators. So you got to take the positive. There's some positive stuff here. So that's all I got on this topic. I know it was really awkward, random vlog thing of stuff, discussing things. I'm going to stop. This is bad. This is really bad. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Keep strong. Keep doing what you're doing. It'll work out. Probably.